One of the things that I like to do is preserve old things, old traditions, old cars, old people. I just like to re- restore things. And so today down here on the farm, I'm restoring um, Cynthiana grapevine, the mother plant of which was uh, brought here from England um, way back in the early 1800s. Um, we were able to acquire uh, the property that this vine was originally planted on, and my dad propagated this piece and that piece that you see up there um, a couple years ago, and he actually brought them up here and planted them for me. So what I'm going to do now is build a structure here to hold this vine and to hopefully give it the opportunity to really flourish. So one of the things that I did was I put these poles in the ground. There's one in the middle that's vertical, and there's two on the sides that are positioned in the ground at an angle. Um, so what I'm going to do is run two lines. I'm going to run a horizontal line at about nose height, and then another one at about hand height. And I'm going to take this vine and I'm going to train it to grow along first this nose high line of wire, and then the hand height, the reaching height, um, right about here. So what I'll have to do is I'll have to train these these new growth shoots to grow horizontally, and then I'll position this good before, excuse me, before I'll position this horizontal vertically, and then I'll have some horizontal shoots going off on either of these wires that I have positioned here. So what I'll have to do is look for the best growth opportunities for horizontal growth coming off of this main shoot. And as the season progresses, um, I will start to take those shoots and train them to go horizontally. So we'll have horizontal runners this way. We'll have this vertical stem going up, and another set of horizontal runners going this way. So that's what this structure is all about. These vines have been in the ground for 1 year. My dad amended the soil and put them in the ground, and we're going to get them now started training to grow the way we want them to grow. I want to show you how I came up with this trellis that I've built here for this vine. So I dug these holes. I have that pole about 2 feet in the ground, and then I added some concrete to hold it in place. There's going to be tension on this pole going down to the other poles to keep those horizontal wires straight as the vine starts to tug on it a little bit. So I got the cement in there so that when I torque it or tighten it down to keep those wires horizontal, that it won't cause my pole to loosen and come out of the ground. And I've got plenty of concrete there. I used 3,000 strength concrete. I bought it in bags. I used a Quickcrete mix. And here's going to be my vertical pole. And then on the other end, between this vertical pole and this other vine here, it's going to be about 9 feet. And then we'll connect it on that pole over there. So if you look at this vine right here, it's already showing promise to take the growth pattern that I want. So if you look here, this piece of the vine right here will go horizontally left and right at the very top, because these two pieces will continue to grow upward. And then this one, you can see this growth down lower here. We'll take the lower horizontal wire and go left and right. So this one's going to be easier to train. That one's going to take a little bit of work there in terms of positioning those branches so that they grow horizontally. So there you have it. I'm restoring this vine, and hopefully we'll get some really nice grapes, Cynthiana grapes. My brother Adam, who is a wine grape connoisseur, researched these and found the variety of it, and so there. It has a name for us. It's always had a name, but we just call it that little wine grape, which the mother plant came off of. But at any rate, here it goes. And this structure that I'm building here, if you notice these pieces of wood just tacked on here, as if somebody did that didn't know what they were doing, which is not far from the truth. But those are going to come off. I just use those pieces of wood to hold my poles plumb while I poured the concrete around them. And by the way, this tall pole in the middle right here is going to have a decorative birdhouse placed on it. So they'll have a little bit of a ornamental flair as well as a structural type flair.